Hello, my people, my friends, my viewers, fellow parents out there. I'm here again. And you know what? As long as there are families and there are parents and things are happening, I'll keep coming back to update us. Today, I've come up with something else, and that is raising responsible children in the digital age. Somebody just sighed. Responsible children in digital age? After all, everything about digital age has gone wild. Everybody's complaining. It's like the children have become so digital, they are now machines. They now behave like phones, they behave like laptop, internet, they don't reason again. But I have good news for you. We can raise responsible children in this digital age. Yes, in this digital age, we can raise children who are very responsible. And I dare say more responsible than those who did not grow in the digital age, because they have more information than those who did not grow in this age. How do we go about this? That's why I'm going to tell you. The first thing you should do is that you should be a parent. Another person chuckled. Yes, the beginning is that you should be a parent. I'm going to tell you how to go about this. The first thing that you be a parent. Who is a parent? I'll tell you what a parent is by telling you the meaning of the 6 letters that make up the word parent. The first letter is letter P. The letter P is provider and protector. A parent provides comfort, provides advice, provides security, and protects the child from the external influences there. There are positive things on the internet, there are positive things in the digital world, but there are more negative things than the positive. So you, the parent, should protect the child from those negatives. The next letter is the letter A. A is anchor. You know what an anchor does for a ship? The anchor holds the ship to bay. It makes sure that the current does not carry the ship away. It ensures the stability and safety of the ship. In the same way as a parent, you are the anchor. You provide security for your child. There are many things on the digital world, there are many things on the internet that are ready to sway the child away. But you, as the anchor, will make sure the child is not carried away by giving support to your family values, your EPOs, and the things that make you a family. Provide the necessary support and anchor for your child. Then the next letter is letter R. The R stands for reservoir. You know what a reservoir does? It keeps refilling. It keeps refueling. It doesn't get dried up. It doesn't become stale. That means as a parent, you are the reservoir of knowledge. You are the reservoir of good information. You know, there are information on the internet, but we don't trust all of them. But the parent is the reservoir of good knowledge. Therefore, when the child has gone out there and has met all the people there and has been fed with all the information there, the child comes back and you refuel them. You refuel them. Give them back the basics. Give them back the values. Give them back the ethos. Give them back the principles that make you a family. You are the reservoir. And you know what that means? You shouldn't get dry. You yourself, you keep updating yourself. You keep learning. Keep filling yourself up. And that takes me to the next letter. The letter E. The letter E is example. Someone said, and I dealt with this, my own son that said one day that you are an example to anybody somewhere. Whether you're a good example, you know. Whether you're a bad example, you know. Every parent is an example. And I advise you, please choose to be the good example. The example of how to live in the digital world. Example of how to use the internet. Example of how to socialize. Example of everything and anything good in this digital world. Because there are good things and there are bad things. Dear parents, please dare to be a good example. The next letter is the letter N. N stands for nurturer. N is nurturer. N is nourisher. Please nurture your children. Nurture them physically. Nurture them emotionally, psychologically, and even spiritually. Every parent should nurture and nourish their children so that they don't get dried up by the things that are on the digital world, things that are on the internet. Nurture them with good food. Nurture them with good teachings. The letter T. The letter T stands for teacher. Every parent is a teacher. And before I leave this, let me tell you, there are 3 things that make a teacher good or bad. Number 1 is the knowledge of the subject matter. Do you know who your child is? Understand who your child is. Understand the world your child is living in. Understand what is involved in the digital world. The second thing that makes you a good or a bad teacher is your communication skills. How do you communicate to your children? Are you sure that they understand what you're saying? I don't have the time. I would have told you the day I said something to my son and he interpreted it the other way around. A good teacher communicates in a way that the person you being taught would understand. Are you sure your children are understanding you? Make sure you speak the language they will understand. For every age, every stage of a child, there is a language you use to speak to them. Depending on the personality of your child, there's a language you use to speak to them. Every child, every parent, sorry, is a teacher and should have good communication skills. And the third and last thing that makes a teacher good or bad is emotional intelligence. I just want to tell you, simply put, is your ability to understand yourself, understand the person you're dealing with, understand the situation, and see how to bring everything together for positive result. Understand what the children are going through. Understand the world we're in. Then understand your own self. Then bring the whole thing together. Come to a positive outcome between you and your children. That's every parent is a teacher. You know, in the digital world, I promised you we can raise responsible children. The first step is that you be a parent. I've told you how to be a parent. The next thing is that you should start early. Many of us postpone parenting until the children are too rigid, they're too old to be corrected. No. Please, let's get rid of that. Parenting starts from the womb. Parenting starts from the day you know as a mother you are pregnant. The moment the baby is yours, you will keep talking to the baby. The day the baby is born, you continue talking to the child. Many of us start parenting when the child is 18 already. That's why we complain about teenagers. We didn't parent them when we should. We did not inculcate the right values. For example, you're shouting that your daughter 14 years old cannot make a pot of stew. But when she was 6 years old, you stopped her from washing plates because the nanny should do that. Start early to parent. Start early to teach them the right values in the digital world. Teach them how right to use the phone. When they become young adults, they will not depart from it. The Bible says, train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. Start parenting early enough. And finally, the last thing I want to tell you is this. Remember that whether digital age, stone age, industrial age, whatever age you can think about, the standard of God remains sure. The Bible said that God's solid foundation stands firm and is sealed with this inscription: the Lord knows those who are his, and whoever nameth upon the name of the Lord, let him depart from iniquity. You don't have any excuse to raise irresponsible children, whether they're in digital age or whether in analog age. The standard of God and the standard of parenting remains sure. You are going to give account of your children. Therefore, your yardstick should be, am I getting it right, irrespective of the age we're in? I'm still your friend, Ijoma Irene Igwesi, the host on Family and Relationships Consult, aka Family Matters, a platform where we talk about parenting, we talk about family relationships, and we talk about the things that make us complete as human beings. Thank you very much.